the reports that I've read in the media has always been that there has been petitions against him relative to some comments that he made. And that's why I was very clear and precise in my earlier introduction that in our party, we believe in disagreements. We believe in free speech. I mean, remember recently, we're all in the media defending Abronye for free speech. It's not everybody in the party that agreed with such a position, but ultimately we must agree to disagree. I had my own opinion. People may have their own reservations about it, but our public position was that Abronye exercised his right.
So you thought Ken Ohene-Agyapong's comment he made comes under that category of being a free speech, but the party disagrees with what he said? Is that the point you're making?
That's not the point I'm making. That's not the point I'm making. The point I am making is that the party believes in free speech. So when a party believes in free speech, the party makes room for disagreements. And so even if the party disagrees or elements of the party disagrees with his position, there's prescription for it. And one of the prescription requires that you petition the party for redress. And I'm saying that so far as we are concerned, we have heard reports that people have petitioned. So it is not the case that, so I think the distinction ought to be made clearly. It is not the case that the MPPs have taken the Japan, no. It is a case that members within the MPP who disagrees, and I've made an earlier introduction that it is natural for people to disagree with others, who disagree with the position of Kennedy Japan has petitioned the party. And I am telling you, and I have the assurance that the party has structures to address such differences and such disagreements among party members. So I feel, for me, I mean, honestly, I feel that the issue has been blown out of proportion. It has been overly been sentimental.
Okay.
Yesterday, for instance, I had the opportunity to watch News File. I mean, Samson is somebody that I have so much respect. We are even in a case with him at the court. He's represented the other side. Myself and Lawyer Rafi are representing Kennedy Japan. But I felt that the structure of his questions were just designed to kind of set
we will not want to go into that for now. But before I come to Haruna, quickly, just 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
But you are interested in going into
because of time. Because we are running. We seem to be running out of time. So, no, kindly give us some time. Did you see this Ken Must Go, campaign? Did you see it coming?
I saw the footages on social media.
Not the footage. Did you see this coming from the party, for that people were going to actually petition that a staunch member of the party, Kennedy Ohene-Agyapong for that matter, calling for his removal from the NPP, from his camp or his side? Did you see that coming?
I mean, this is a very tricky question, but I'll give you a response. I mean, I understand the politics of it as somebody who is politically exposed. And I also understand the principle behind it within the remit of the law. The principle has always been that in every democratic dispensation, people have a right to demonstrate. And I think they exercise their right, which we respect. At the end of the day, assuming even without admitting Kennedy Japan is invited and he even honors the said invitation, he also have his day before the disciplinary committee. Okay. That is just based on losing value. Then on the politics of it, I think it is normal. It is really a non-issue. But for me, what is most important for me as a spokesperson of Kennedy Japan, who is still a member of the New Patriotic Party, and also as a member of the New Patriotic Party and part of the National Communications team, is to promote the unity of the party. That regardless of differences, regardless of how people disagree with our position, there are structures to address it. And I have confidence that leadership will be demonstrated, just like leadership has always been demonstrated.
And Ken is also committed to supporting the party to chart that path, right?
You see, your question is an open-ended question. Can you make it close-ended so that I can give a response to you? Because you see,
I'm just asking. You are speaking for Ken at the same time expressing your own personal views. So I just want to.
No, I'm also expressing my views as a member of the New Patriotic Party.
I understand, but we also want to pick Ken's views. Is it ready, and is it going to, follow through the process?
process of, are you talking about the disciplinary process?
Of course, yes.
Oh, until an invitation is extended to him, I don't think it will be fair to speculate. That will be prejudicial to the process, if I'm minded to say.
Okay, hold it. Let me come in studio to speak to your Deputy General Secretary, Haruna Mohammed. Grateful to have you in studio. First of all, how is the party taking all of this? Ken must go chant, you went to your next meeting, Alisa Hotel, chaos, and all of that. How did the party take this? I mean, when it happened the first time on Thursday?
Thank you very much, Carlos. I would like to say good evening to your Charis viewers, and good evening to Prof. Asasari, and then my good brother, Kwesi Kwatin, Esquire. It is very interesting that we'll be having this conversation, and like he started his line of communication. Usually when officers of the party has to come into an internal matters, we don't usually have banter or that kind of conversation with party officers who are speaking for officers of the party who have vied or seek to vie for positions. But in this particular situation, I thought that as an officer of the party, on probe, I was to come.
People were trying to
send petitions and all that. But I also believe that the party must accommodate criticisms. It is otherwise.
The discipline
to call for engagement, extensive engagement, extensive, cooperation. We have to also deepen our reconciliation effort, deepen our dispute resolution mechanism. And then we also, send a word of caution to, party members who are on social media. After election, we do not have anything like Ken's camp. We do not have anything like Baomia's camp. Neither do we have Brian or Duchumo Japan's camp. We only have one new patriotic party. And our biggest opponent has always been the NDC. And so we must be very measured in our discourse. We must be very measured in how we write, and we must be measured in how we want to cut each other on his knees. Ken, as I speak, is still a member of the New Patriotic Party. Of course, unless, of course, maybe Prof is able to let me know that he's sent in his resignation, which I'm not sure he's done anything like that. So let's protect him. Let's protect his institution. Ken has almost become like an institution in the New Patriotic Party.
He's bigger than the NPP.
Oh, this is a leading question. How can an individual be bigger than NPP? No, an individual will obviously not be bigger than NPP, but obviously the party also requires individuals to build. That has always been the strength of every party. So we'll galvanize on our strength, address our differences, address our disagreement. We'll be measured going forward, and make sure that we present a united and one voice ahead of 2020. And I have full confidence that when we're able to do that, 2028, Dr. Baumia should be recording around 64%.
We pray so. Thank you so much, Kwesi Kwatin. He speaks for Kennedy Ohene Ejapon. And let's go to social media, the conversation.
The MPP, organize themselves, organize the party. Yes, they have the. So I'm a bit not. Let me put it a bit worried about such developments because our NPP that I know, they are not afraid of criticisms because they are prepared to embrace it and use it. So when something of this nature happens and we go on this route, it becomes a difficulty. But hey, they have the rules and they want to apply the rules. We are waiting.
Now tell us, what would Kennedy Ejapon's exit from the NPP or his expulsion from the NPP mean for the party's unity towards the 2028 election? If the disciplinary committee takes a decision after the 2 weeks that Ken is being expelled for, say, a year or two, what would be the consequence for the party's unity towards 2028 election?
I'm not a spokesman for Mr. Japan, but Mr. Kwarteng is. But what I know is that Mr. Japan, the party will not throw him out. No. He is such a big fish that it doesn't matter the difficulties. I think they can talk in closed doors and then resolve whatever differences. Because like it or not, Kennedy, it's one of the important personalities within the party. And he's done so much for the party that you want to have him at all times. Yes, he's not new in terms of his public outbursts and all that. The party has dealt with these things for a very long time. So I believe that they will not get there, especially when the leader of the party now moving around, trying to extend an olive branch to people. They think that they are being wrong or there are difficulties with them and all that. He has started that, visiting people in the home. That's a good thing. So if this thing comes in and then it takes another dimension, then it becomes a stab at the back of Bawumia. And I'm not sure it will bode well for a party that is in opposition and is looking for increased number of people to be able to wrest power from the NDC.
But what would that mean for those, the 10 petitioners who have petitioned the party, who feel aggrieved and want the, disciplinary measures taken against Kennedy Ohene-Agyapong, just because Ken is a staunch member, he's a pillar, and he should let off the hook? What would that mean for those who feel in the party that Ken must go?
Yeah, are they saying that criticisms are not part of the way MPP, organize themselves, organize the party? Yes, they have their right to petition. But that is not, the fact that you are petitioned doesn't mean that you get what you want. It can be a different story. But all that I'm saying that there are tactical moves that political party you need to be able to observe if you really want to maintain power. I have said it and I'll repeat it, that in politics, when you want to have power, you need what? Strategy. You need strategy.
Okay.
So some of these things you need to tread cautiously. You remember when Alan left, there are a lot of talk, nothing will happen and all that. Talking about a game of numbers, even one can change the dynamics, because remember, you are looking beyond 50%. So every single vote counts a lot. Yes, you want to maintain discipline, but at the same time, you are careful as to how you want to handle the way things ought to be done within the party, so as not to rock the boat more further. So I believe that it is a learning curve for the party. We want to see how they respond to that. But I know that a mass party as the MPP, they will be able to weather the storm and come out with something meaningful that will stand the test of time. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Asante is a political science lecturer at the University of Ghana. Grateful for your time here on the probe. And then let me give you the final word, Mr. Kwarteng, before I come in studio to wrap up. Well, you are sure that this will, turn out well for the party's unity going forward, right?
Oh, yes. I mean, we disagree to agree. And like Professor Asante said, the MPP has always been noted for that. And that has been the basis upon which the MPP has been built. A party that accepts criticism is a party that accepts disagreement. Of course, it doesn't also mean that if a party accepts criticisms and disagreement, it doesn't also have its own rules. The party has its own rules. And of course, it's the same way that the party envisages that there could be excesses, and even beyond excesses, so there could be disagreement. And there's a more reason why the party constitutions provide for remedies and prescriptions when such disagreements occurs. And just like the country Ghana, I mean, we'll have laws. The idea about the laws is to prevent people from committing offenses. But yes, so you still have people committing offenses. But of course, the Constitution gives prescriptions that when people commit offenses, or even when there are disagreements on the offenses, people or disagreement on behaviors, there are still remedies for that. So I mean, I have confidence in the party structures. But I mean, in ending, let me also hasten to add that I mean, this is a time to call for engagement, extensive engagement, extensive, cooperation. We have to also deepen our reconciliation effort, deepen our dispute resolution mechanism. And then we also, send a word of caution to, party members who are on social media. After election, we do not have anything like Ken's camp. We do not have anything like Baumia's camp. Neither do we have Brian or Japon's camp. We only have one new patriotic party. And our biggest opponent has always been the NDC. And so we must be very measured in our discourse. We must be very measured in how we write, and we must be measured in how we want to cut each other on his knees. Ken, as I speak, is still a member of the New Patriotic Party. Of course, unless, of course, maybe Prof is able to let me know that he sent in his resignation, which I'm not sure he's done anything like that. So let's protect him. Let's protect his institution. Ken has almost become like an institution in the New Patriotic Party.
He's bigger than the NPP.
Oh, this is a leading question. How can an individual be bigger than the NPP? No, an individual will obviously not be bigger than the NPP, but obviously the party also requires individuals to build. That has always been the strength of every party. So we'll galvanize on our strength, address our differences, address our disagreement. We'll be measured going forward, and make sure that we present a united and one voice ahead of 2020. And I have full confidence that when we're able to do that, 2028, Dr. Bawumia should be recording around 64%. We believe in the supreme values of the party, and we must be more focused on our projecting our candidates instead of, somebody who just lost a flabbergastic election. But now coming to the substantive matter, let me also hasten to add that Kennedy Japan, like any other member of our party, has his views and his opinion. And in any democratic dispensation, especially like a party like NDC, we respect the views of every other person. And same respect is also extended to every other member. And so Kennedy Japan may say one thing, you may have a party person who may agree or disagree. That has always been the beauty of democracy. And the last time I made a certain point on with your sister stage, I think it was even the same platform, when I made a point that yes, strong parties are not parties without disagreement, but strong parties are parties that even beyond their disagreements, they are able to still achieve and champion their cause.
You're right.
Japan is not perturbed. He's still a member of the New Patriotic Party. And let me also hasten to add, recently I have seen reports which attributes to his brother, lawyer Raphael Japan, that Kennedy Japan has left the party. Thankfully, we have the Deputy General Secretary in your studios. I'm sure as of now, he's not received any official letter relative to that.
We'll find out from him.
So that should tell you that the reports attributed to Raphael of Kennedy Japan may not necessarily be accurate. Yes, it was yesterday. Yes, it was yesterday. I attended a funeral with Kennedy Japan at Krobo Dumasi. We literally spent the whole day together. I go home around 9 p.m. before I started watching the Ghana match.
All right.
And so far as he is concerned, he has not left the New Patriotic Party. He is still a member of the New Patriotic Party. Nothing has changed. Of course, we can also pretend that we've heard reports of sermons in the media regarding some petitions against him. That is very normal and very natural in every democratic dispensation. I will respect that. As of now, he's not had any invitation to that effect. I'm sure any invitation extended to him, all consequential decisions will be made to that effect. But I have confidence that even in spite of every disagreement in a democratic dispensation, a democratic party like the New Patriotic Party, there are structures to address it. And I have full confidence in the Bawumia-led party. I have full confidence in our leadership. I have full confidence in the entire structures of the New Patriotic Party that ultimately we will be able to address this matter.
Okay.
And maybe subsequently, we probably, especially with the help of the media, also focus our attention on the NDC. They promise, for instance, 24-hour economy.
We will go into the NDC debate, but your boss is actually to face a disciplinary committee. Will he avail himself?
If there has not been any invitation extended to you on...
Kindly turn on your video so we see your handsome face as we talk to you.
Initially, I'm sure because you were playing the insert, so I was muted from your end. So thank you. I've just put it on.
Right.
You see, Kennedy has always been a law-abiding citizen. Kennedy has been a member of our party since its inception. He loves the party, a deeply invested member of the New Patriotic Party. I'm not sure he would ordinarily do anything to ruin the future or the fortunes of our party. The party is rebuilding. We are re-strategizing. Relative to the question that you asked specifically, there has not been any invitation extended to him. So I'm not sure it is proper for anybody to speculate. For all you know, the party leadership may even feel that at a time like this, it's proper to engage rather than probably even taking the disciplinary route. And I've always maintained that disciplinary committee or disciplinary action is not a death sentence. A disciplinary action is not a court summons. Disciplinary action is essentially saying that, well, you are invited to access us to answer questions on this matter. I'm not sure the Kennedy Apo I know is beyond that.
But Papa, you thought that he should have been engaged rather than, brought before the disciplinary committee, right?
No, you see, there are structures of the party. I mean, I'm a lawyer, so at least I also have a fair understanding of how structures and procedures do work. You see, it is not as though the party just felt that we have to summon Kennedy Japan before the disciplinary committee.